Welcome to the Brother Henry and You Show. I am your host, Henry Harris. Welcome to the Brother Henry and You Show. I am your host, Henry Harris. It's such a delight to be here with you today. We have a very interesting interview, a book stroll through Facebook the other day through one of my mutual friends. He was interviewing him, so I checked them out. Then I came across a book that was called The Soul of Prosperity, which was written by Reverend Jim Webb. And I said, I like that title, and I've never seen a title like that before. And normally it's something that captivates or captures my attention, I want to talk about it. And who better to talk about it with than the one who wrote it himself? And we want to welcome Reverend Jim Webb, the author of The Soul of Prosperity, on the Brother Henry and You Show today. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here.
So, what inspired you to write that book, The Soul of Prosperity?
I have been working with people as a counselor, as a minister, and as a coach for 30 years now. And I've seen common patterns in the people that I've worked with over the 30 years. And it always seemed that prosperity in any respect was always elusive. And my job was always to help them. So after amassing enough information on what could help people to move towards any aspect of prosperity, I said, this needs to be in a book so that it can help a lot more people. And that's what did it.
That's amazing. And when I read the book, the title of the book really stood out to me. It says The Soul. And when I kept reading that, the soul, what do you mean by that? The soul.
We often approach prosperity from the perspective of our human selves and our human limitations, which limits our prosperity. But when we approach prosperity from the perspective of our souls, our eternal selves, the part of us that is more than just a body, and the part of us that is tapped into something greater than ourselves, then we can allow and manifest a greater level of prosperity, and we can do it more easily. So that's why the soul of prosperity is important, because it means bringing the whole of you into your intention to create prosperity, not just, I want this because it'll make my ego feel better.
Yeah. So what is your what is your central focus of this book? What message are you trying to convey to the audience?
If I could distill the message into a scripture, it would be, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all else shall be added unto you. The essence of the book is developing a spiritual connection that allows and attracts to you all the good in every area of your life that you desire, that God desires for you.
How do you think prosperity has been distorted and limited to people? Because one thing I told you on the phone I think it was a few days ago, that sometimes you mention the word prosperity, a lot of people like clinch.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my, it's like a negative vibe.
Yes.
Sometimes it's negativity that's associated with that word, where some people don't even believe in it, that word anymore, because of how somebody else has defined it in terms of negativity. But your book comes across in a way where it liberates you from that. That's the main thing I've noticed about your book, where it takes off those limitations where you can see prosperity in a broader light. So, in what ways do you think people have distorted or abused or that word prosperity, and how are you trying to make people see it in a different perspective?
Yes, people have distorted the word prosperity or limited it to think that prosperity is only money and stuff.
Yeah.
And we have always, as Americans in general, we have always had a schizophrenic relationship with money. We, deep in our consciousness, there's this idea money is the root of all evil, yet we fetishize money and turn it into a god by the same token. And isn't that schizophrenic?
Yeah.
So when you think of prosperity as money and stuff, and you have a very ambiguous relationship with it, ambiguous desires yield ambiguous results. So what I define prosperity as is your overarching well-being, and it can be anything. It can be the prosperity of having a wondrous relationship with a friend, with a parent, with a child. It can be the prosperity of having a job that you absolutely love. It can be the prosperity of feeling this deep sense of inner peace and inner joy. It could be the prosperity of having fulfilling things to do and feeling like you're fulfilling your life's purpose. And of course, it could be the prosperity of having a life that is easier to live and more joyful to live and more abundant in terms of all the things that let you live more joyfully and abundantly too. But it doesn't require a dollar amount, because let's face it, I know some people who are not financially prosperous who are working with a 6 or 7 figure income. Because what good is a 6 or 7 figure income if you've got a 9 or 10 figure debt?
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
And so there are other people who may have a 5 figure income and they're extremely prosperous because prosperity in all aspects of their life is in balance. And they're living within their means.
Wow, that's an issue that a lot of people deal with. Sum up your book in one word.
Prosperity is joy. Seek joy and prosperity follows.
That's awesome. Man, I really appreciate my time with you being on the show today. I would like to encourage everyone to go order that book. I've ordered it. I've read it. Now is your time to participate in this project.
We hope you have enjoyed today's program. We want to connect with you. Visit us at facebook.com/The Brother Henry and You Show, or visit us on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Henry Harris 100. We're so grateful you tuned in today and hope you have a fantastic day.